I definitely love what I do, mostly because of the people that I work with. I feel very lucky that I do a job that pays the bills, but also is something that I enjoy doing. I would say my primary role is more of a sort of leadership role within the finance and administration team that we call Business Resource Hub. I do have secondary and tertiary roles. I wear a lot of hats within the organization. I also work as a finance controller. I'm focused on our UK activities. And I also work alongside our cybersecurity manager in compliance with GDPR. So I wear a lot of hats. By trade, I studied international business and Spanish language and literature. I then moved to Spain to study abroad. I thought I was just going to be there for a few months, but I ended up staying. I got my first job in Spain as an English teacher working in a high school. One summer working in the Pyrenees in a random job in the mountains at a campsite, I ran into one of the directors of redk who was very interested in my language skills and invited me to apply. So I did. So I've been at redk for, I think, 12 or 13 years. I started off as an administrative assistant in a tiny little team of two. Over time, we grew to have several working in several different markets. So now initially we were in the Spanish market. We opened up our offices in the UK and other countries within the European Union. I volunteered as one of the few native English speaking team members. I volunteered to move abroad to the UK and help set up the UK organization. We acquired another company and we needed to integrate those employees into our culture, which at the time didn't exist. So we had to create that culture and then also integrate an existing organization into our company culture. So we didn't want to be two separate organizations. We wanted to keep that unity, that one unit working together. During the acquisition period, which was a good 2, 3, 4 years, that was one of my main roles alongside working in the finance and admin department. I would say a lot of empathy and understanding. We are a company filled with multinational employees. We all come from different backgrounds. We speak different languages. And that also comes with differences in cultural norms within the office space. Patience and empathy is a skill that you really need to acquire to really understand where people are coming from. And I think another really important skill that you need to acquire is the ability to interpret messages. So when someone is speaking to you, understand what they're trying to say exactly, but also transfer that message to someone else in a way that they'll understand it. And that's really tricky, but it's super important to do when you're working with so many different types of people from so many different backgrounds. redk has contributed immensely to my personal growth in a way that I'm able to actually live my values. redk has amazing work-life balance and it allows me to actively live my values. I'm able to channel my passion for wellness and sustainability into tangible projects that I've been able to create within my community. I'm able to host weekly donation-based yoga classes within my village, which foster a sense of local connectivity and collective well-being. Similarly, I run a sustainable fashion project in Brighton that educates the community about conscious consumption and reduce waste. These projects are deeply fulfilling to me and they provide a creative outlet for me and a sense of purpose beyond my day-to-day work. I'm currently working in my dream job. It doesn't actually have anything to do with what we do. Honestly, I'm not particularly passionate about CRM solution, to be honest. I'm more passionate about human connection and working with brilliant people and just having that connection with intelligent, capable people that are all working towards a greater good, something that adds value in the community. That's a funny question. They probably think I'm the boss lady and I run the show, but I quite being behind in the shadows and creating those invisible many little improvements in the day to day. Nobody really noticed. You notice, but without screaming, "I did it." And I don't know how to explain that, but yeah, it's quite the opposite. They probably think I'm some sort of big boss lady, but really, I'm just in the shadows, working away. I had barriers. I've never felt like there was a barrier put in place because of my gender. I've always been uplifted by someone. So if I had an idea or if I wanted to do something, I've always been given the tools and the permission to investigate that further, dig deeper, and pursue or go for it. There was a time when I asked for like a short-term sabbatical and just pursue personal goals. And when I requested this time, rather than creating barriers for me, my manager, who's the CEO, asked me, "What do I need to do to make this happen for you? How can I make this happen for you?" And so that sort of ethos in a company is just incredible. Work is important, but it's not our entire life. We all have personal lives, and I love working for a company that allows me to pursue personal projects alongside my day-to-day work. Work to me probably isn't the traditional definition of what work is to a lot of people. To me, work is about applying my attention, my interest, and my skills to create something that has value, something towards a purpose that is larger than myself, so something bigger than me. So I can't do this by myself, but we're all contributing little by little to create something bigger with value. I have this daily commitment to leave things a little better than how I found them the day before. And so that could mean forecasting the cash flow for next quarter or empowering a team member to pursue whatever it is that they're interested in, or organizing a community event like my sustainable fashion project down in Bright. I feel like we're all contributors to a future that we are collectively creating.